Hello and welcome to this week's Wednesday Waffle, and we're back from Arran. What a trip. But before we talk about Arran, let's talk about the problems we had with Desmond while we were there. Minor, yes. Major, in effect. We had some more electrical problems. This time the main plug from the batteries, where the batteries come together with the mains, the main battery, the leisure battery, feeds into the power supply distribution module. That plug there was the problem it turned out to be. We just lost power. It looked like the normal problems with the EC200. We did all the normal reset stuff, to no joy. I took it out, had a look, everything was fine. It was when I was putting it back in place, and the last plug I fit is the main power plug, and that's when I found the problem. I've had a look at it since we came home, crimped everything back up, and so far so good, but we haven't been away. We had power while we were away, it was just that one time. However, at the same time, we had heater problems. The heater appeared to be switching on, but wasn't working. Water heater or heating. Now, I put that, had a look at that, took the cover off to find that the board in there was loose and had a loose plug. So I reseated the plug, connected everything back up, and it was working. So we had heat to get home. I wasn't going to strip everything down and fix while we were away if I could get stuff working. So that was sorted. The only other problem was me and my radios. And what a problem. A leaky radio mast. Not the one outside, but the one that goes through the roof. Now this is the mast that once held a TV aerial. So it would have been leaky whether or not the radios were actually on it or not. Easy solved short term. I connect the aerial connectors, the aerial wires are all external. They don't come down through that pole for my amateur radio stuff. So it was a matter of, I just put a bag over the end of it and emptied it until we got home. Came up with a plan when we got home. That is now implemented, but of course the rains stopped. No, I basically glued, re-glued, resealed everything. Lost a little bit of functionality for the radios from the point of view of height, as I've taken sections out of the antenna, but it gets it. I can still get it a metre above Desmond, which is 4 or 5 metres in the air, which is more than good enough, really. The extra 2-3 metres I had were a bonus. Height is everything at VHF, and if I need to get higher, I'll just go up higher up the hill with Desmond. Anyway, our problems while we were away are now sorted and had nothing to do with our location. You may be glad to hear. You can see on the map there's some new green dots on the Isle of Arran. An interesting journey, mainly caused by the weather, but we got there. The ferries, the days we wanted to use them, were fine. There's a story about the ferries, but that'll be in the videos, it's not for here. My waffle today, to do with Arran, is to tell you about it, about the place, and how it compares, how it does against another island we visited recently. You might remember I mulled that one over. If you didn't see those videos, it's worth a look. They're earlier this year, where I mull things over, and I mull things over again. Wednesday Waffles, and I'll see about leaving a link to them rather than the normal links left at the end of the video, or I might put cards up, we shall see. However, no, not a hint of mull about Arran. That says it all. What an incredible, welcoming place. Even before we got there, we had a leaflet with information about what motorhomes should do and shouldn't do. And all the shouldn't do's, sensible. Don't block people's driveways. Don't park where you're going to block traffic. Blah, blah. What you should do, park here, park there, try here. Go to any site, they'll give you water. Technically, charging you a couple of quid isn't giving, but hey, I'm not bothered about that. It's an easy source of fresh water without too much thought. Emptying waste. We've got 2 waste points. We might be installing more. Now, one of the waste points was better than the other, but they are normal chemical disposal places. The one at Whiting Bay could do with a tap, but if you've got a small bottle with you, you can grab water to rinse and flush that way. The toilet itself has a flush, just no way of rinsing the cassette. Easy access, parking there. What more could you want? The one at around the other side of the island, I forget the name of it. I shall pop that in a graphic down here. What a plonker, I've just come back. Parking's not quite so good. It's in the hotel stroke public harbour car park. They call it the hotel car park, but it's actually a public car park. It's part of the harbour. So there's no problems parking there. And you cross the road with your cassette, round the back of the toilets, and there's the emptying point. A lot better, in fact, these 2 emptying points than many I've witnessed on sites. There's some sites could learn from these. There is a tap at this one and the flush. So, yeah, it's absolutely great. We were never made to feel unwelcome. We were welcomed wherever we go. The welcome didn't change when they found out we were in a motorhome. It's just a total contrast to some other places we've been to, namely Skye and Mull. Mainly Mull. Skye's problems are self-evident, and they're not wanting people not to be there, but they need some infrastructure. Mull just seems to be anti-tourists, accept their money. That's all I'm going to say. Arran, perfect. I'm not saying the whole holiday was brilliant. We had bad weather, we had experience of one bad meal, but it didn't spoil the holiday. None of the atmosphere. And remember, we're there in October, just before the tatty holidays. Things are running down. There's still plenty of places open, plenty of things to see, plenty of things to do. Found a nice whisky as a surprise. I can recommend the distillery tour as well as the product. One of the better tours I've done. Really was good, really was informative, and yes, I learned something about whisky. So, we've had a great time. The island was welcoming. Would we go back again? It's already in the plans. The problem is, we want to go to Orkney next year. We still haven't been back to the Outer Hebrides, so I don't know when we'll be back, but we're going back. It is a fantastic place. Recommend it to anybody. Thank you for watching, and hopefully you'll join us again for more videos. Upcoming on Friday is the video from our backwater reservoir visit where we met up with Colin. Hope you enjoy, and bye for now. Thank you for watching Desmond Starters. We'll hope you'll join us again for more photos, waffle and video as we travel around Scotland. Bye for now.